Hello again, viewers. Tenerife, 7 days. How much did it cost? Shocking prices or not so bad? Let's go through the flights and the hotels. I'll give you my opinion on the hotels if you've missed it. But before we go any further, check out my new t-shirt. Don't forget to like and subscribe. How cool is that? Wee thanks, my family got me that. I didn't buy that, viewers. Let's go through the flights and the hotels. I'll let you know about the Tenerife trip. Need to get the pound glasses on to read. Okay, hold on. Right, that's us sorted. Okay, first of all, before I go any further, I just want to thank every single person who's watched the videos in Tenerife the last couple of weeks. I was in Tenerife for 7 days. I did do a lot more videos than you've seen. Unfortunately, we did lose some footage. We'll talk about that in a minute. So far, the Tenerife series, the last one, has had 375,000 views. Most of the videos are doing pretty average, but steady wins the race. Hopefully, over time, they'll increase. But thanks so much for all support. I really appreciate it. Can't do the videos without you guys watching them. Thank you so much. A wee shout out as well to Mary King, who bought me a coffee kindly the other day. Thanks very much, Mary. And also to Linda and Gary and Stuart Mackay, who sent a wee donation through PayPal. Thanks, it always good back into supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, flights. Now, if you've seen the cheapest flight video, no surprise, it was with Ryanair. That flight to Tenerife was £14.99. The quickest way of finding cheapest flights is just to go into skyscanner.net and put explore everywhere for your destination. And if you're flexible with dates, you'll always find cheap flights. I might be going on another one soon. Watch till the end, I'll tell you all about it. Okay. Now, a lot of people did say, Kevin, the flight out was really cheap, but it's the flight back that always gets you. How expensive was that? I could have got a flight back into Edinburgh Airport for £47, but the times didn't suit me that great, and I would have had to have paid maybe £11 to get back to Glasgow on the bus. So, paid a wee bit extra, still not too bad. The flight back was £85, and that was with Jet2. So, no complaints. Return flights for £99.99, under £100. What's not to like, viewers, on that one? Can't complain. Okay, let's go through the hotels. Now, this one's a bit complicated because I stayed in a few different hotels, and also my parents were over at the same time. And it ended up, I was going to stay one night with my parents in the Christian Sur, but prices were completely crazy and there was nothing really affordable in Los Cristianos, and kindly my parents said you can stay with us a few nights, so that's what I done. Their apartment in the Christian Sur was £77 roughly per night. Now, Christian Sur complex, if you book through Atlantic Horizons, prices will vary. They've got apartments on the ground floor starting from about £55, and then they've got ones higher up that have been refurbed that are quite nice inside, and they're £90 roughly a night. But you can actually pick your apartment with Atlantic Horizon. It's a big advantage of the Christian Sur. My thoughts on the complex: I really like the complex. They've got a supermarket, they've got a nice wee bar and restaurant, a nice wee steak in there actually, it's quite nice. The staff are lovely. I think the pools are pretty good. The balconies, if you get the right room, are fantastic, but it doesn't have air conditioning, so that will definitely put a lot of people off. Be aware, if you're going here from April onwards, I would say, it's going to be roasting in the rooms, so that's one thing to consider. You might be able to hire a fan or a portable air conditioning unit, but that's the one thing that the Christian Sur doesn't have. If it did have it, I would be staying there every time, I think. It's a really good complex. Okay, so let's go on to the other hotels. I stayed in the Sun Holidays Hotel in beautiful Porto de la Cruz. That was only £31 per night, and that was booking.com. A really basic budget hotel. I wouldn't stay there for a week or two, but for one night, absolute bargain. Brilliant location. If you've seen the video in Porto de la Cruz, at the end, my last night, ended up in the Molly Malone. Fantastic bar for live music. I've never seen so many fantastic singers in the audience, never mind Brendan, who's a brilliant musician who runs the bar as well, so highly recommend that if you're up in Porto de la Cruz. Okay, so then we went back down to the south and we stayed in the Hotel Gala in Las Americas. Controversial room review, this one. I'm only there for one night. I can only tell you what I see. I only film what I see. Nothing's edited to make anything look worse or better. I've got no emotional attachment to the hotels unless they actually give me a free room, which at this point has not happened. So I pay for everything out of my own pocket. £90 for breakfast and evening meal. I think it was actually a good deal, but I'll tell you why I wouldn't stay at this hotel. Just my own opinion. I know there's some people who love it and they stay here all the time. The evening meal was really good. I filmed that. Unfortunately, I lost the footage because I accidentally reformatted my SD card in the DJI Pocket Osmo. I lost loads of videos and I started recording over them because I didn't know I'd done it, and that messed up and corrupted the whole file. So what a disaster, viewers. But I'll have to go back to Tenerife sooner than expected to do them again. So breakfast was average in Hotel Gala, very average. Not terrible, but not good. Dinner was a lot better. The room was actually pretty nice. It's a bit dated. I didn't really film the bits in the room that I meant to because some of the flooring's quite worn. Looks as if maybe there's been a bit of flood damage in some of the rooms, or it just could be wear and tear. They've not been done up for a wee while. But the rooms themselves are actually good standard. The balcony in the Hotel Gala was a sun trap. It was fantastic during the day only during the day. At night, it looked onto the Veronica Strip. It wasn't right next to the Veronica Strip, but it was near enough where there was booming loud music till 4 a.m. I did film it. Check out the room review till 2 a.m. I'll leave it up there if I remember at the end, and a couple of other videos might interest you down there as well. The whole playlist I'll leave, there's maybe about 45 videos. I'll leave that maybe up there. You can click on that. Binge watch, just get a wee drink. Just take your time, watch all the videos. So the Hotel Gala, would I stay there again? No, because the room location is too risky. If you get a room near the Veronica Strip, out the left-hand side at the back, if you're a light sleeper like me, even not a light sleeper, you will hear the music till 4 a.m. Lots of people tell me they don't hear a thing in the Hotel Gala. You must be getting a lucky room. So at your own risk, that's all I can say, which is a pity because the pool area is quite nice. The staff are lovely. No complaints about the hotel. It's just the noise from the Veronica Strip. Okay, then the final night actually, I was struggling to get accommodation. There was nothing under £100 per night in Las Americas, Los Cristianos or Adeque. Nothing on the last night. So I booked the cheapest one available. One that I've been thinking about staying at for a wee while, but I knew it was in a poor location next to nothing. But I wanted to test it out myself. The Gara Suites Golf Resort and Hotel. This was £71 bed and breakfast, booked through vio.com. That's VIO.com. Kind of price comparison website. Sometimes you can book direct with them. Sometimes they'll send you to Agoda and booking.com. The Hotel Gala was with hotels.com. That was a good deal actually. It was a bit cheaper than everywhere else. And the Sun Holidays Hotel was through booking.com. I basically just book whoever's the cheapest. No emotional attachment. Book the best deal for you. Gara Suites, what's my opinions on it? Nice complex. The room, I loved the room. The room was massive. Upstairs, duplex. Balcony was the best I've had probably ever in Tenerife. Amazing sun trap. Overlooking the hotel and the pool. The hotel inside was quite nice. Had an Indian restaurant, which is always a bonus. The curry was quite nice. Breakfast was very poor, I thought. I did film it. I'm sorry I lost that footage, but the breakfast was very poor. It wasn't hot enough. Most of the food, it was cold. But the big thing about the Gara Suites that lets it down is the location. Now, I know lots of people have been saying, Kevin, it's 10-15 minutes to Las Americas down a dirt track or down the side of the golf course, but are you going to walk back up there at night, midnight, 1 in the morning after a night out? I don't think so. So I never walked from the Gara Suites, ended up getting taxis. Everybody I seen was getting taxis. I didn't see anybody leaving the hotel and walking. During the day you can do it, but there's nothing to see on the walk. It's not really a scenic walk as such. So be aware, if you stay at the Gara Suites, you're going to be in taxis all the time, or you're going to be walking down dirt tracks on the side of the golf course. There's nothing really on the way to entice you to stay there. Location alone is a pity, because if you're looking for a really quiet, nice, relaxing location and you're a golfer, you might love the Gara Suites. If you prefer to walk out your hotel, go into a wee supermarket and get your supplies, go to a wee bar for a pint, go to a restaurant right next to the hotel, the Gara Suites won't be for you, because there's nothing next to it. It's middle of nowhere, to be honest with you. And the gift shop is the dearest I've ever seen in Tenerife. €1.80 for a wee bottle of water. It was Las Vegas prices. Unbelievable. So yeah, Gara Suites, loved the room. Wouldn't stay again because of the location. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I know there's a lot of people staying here soon and you're a bit worried about the location. Don't worry about the location. It's very nice and quiet, but just jump in taxis. Just budget that in. You'll probably jump in taxis, okay? So, the flights were £99.99. I paid £192 for the hotels that I booked. Now, obviously, my parents booked the Christian Sur. That was roughly £77 a night. So even if I third that, let's say three of us in there, roughly £25 a night, so add on maybe £100 for the Christian Sur. Although my parents did kindly say that they would give me a kind gesture of staying there since I was their son, and they wouldn't accept payment. But I'll have to maybe buy them a wee beer next time I'm in Tenerife. So let's say the Christian Sur was £100, £25 a night between three people. Total accommodation, hotels, £292. Flights, £99.99. So the total for the week, 7 days, was £391.99. I think that's pretty good, considering we're in peak season. October, November, December, remember, in the Canaries is peak season. It's really busy. The cheapest time to go is the first 2 weeks in December. And let me know what you think in the comments. If you're new to the channel, don't forget, copy the t-shirt. Don't forget, hit the wee subscribe button just below. It's absolutely free, so you don't miss any videos. Now, if you've watched the end viewers, we've got exciting news. Exciting news, viewers. This €50 will be getting used soon, okay? Because I am just about to go into Skyscanner and book flights. So I'm either going to be away tomorrow, which is Monday. This is getting filmed on Sunday night. Or I'm going to be away on Tuesday. I'm not 100% sure yet. I have found 3 or 4 places with really good cheap flights, but the hotel prices are a bit crazy. The accommodation is really expensive in the places I'm looking at. So I'm not 100% sure where I'm going. Look out on YouTube tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night. There'll be another video. It might be a cheapest flight video. I might end up booking the cheapest flight because they're all about the same price. Or it might just be a travel day video to somewhere else. Will I be going back to Tenerife? Maybe, because I lost all the videos. Will I be going to the other Canary Islands, Lanzarote, Gran Canaria, Fuerteventura? Maybe, because the weather's great there just now. Or will I be going to maybe a new destination? Who knows? Thanks for all your recommendations on the winter destinations. If you're on Facebook, go to Facebook, Scotsman and Tenerife, and give me a wee follow, a wee like, a wee thumbs up. It's absolutely free. There's about 8,000 people following on Facebook. I really, really appreciate that. I sometimes post things on there before YouTube, so it's worth following me on there. Who knows where we'll end up. Thanks for all your support. I really appreciate you watching the videos on Tenerife in that series. The next series is about to begin. Where will we end up? Watch out tomorrow, viewers. Thanks so much. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow, probably on YouTube. Goodbye.